the heck? Down, down, up, up. Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Ekamac. This is Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky SC. Well, second chapter if you want to actually see what the initials are for. So we've only very recently wrapped up Trails in the Sky FC, and now we're moving on to the second game. If you have no idea what's going on here, then I recommend you go back and look at my previous Let's Play, even though I've been working on that for a long time and at the start it's very rough. This game, the first game ended on such a cliffhanger that I'd be surprised. I really don't know how they're going to address it at the start of this. Is it just going to say, please go buy the other game at the start or what? But I have my gripes with the Trails in the Sky FC, but it's still a good game. It's just one that makes me very upset at certain things, like the final boss, and the obnoxious amount of Estelle and Joshua shipping. And the cliffhanger, because people had to wait 10 years after the first game came out before they got to see a sequel, because the localization for this was actual hell. But when all is said and done, it was a pretty good game, and it is something I want to experience on my own, which is why I'm trying to race ahead of Nico B. I don't know whether he's jumping straight into the second game. He usually doesn't, but I don't think he's ever let's played a game that's this blatant with its cliffhangers. Or rather, the previous game. Anyway, yeah, let's go. Oh, so they actually do have 4 difficulties instead of 3. So on the previous game, I played on the normal difficulty on my own time, and I didn't really enjoy it. It just didn't. Well, I don't think I actually played that far to know what it was really going on about, because I remember getting upset when a job invalidated and just giving up on the game. When I Let's Played it, I played it on hard, and it didn't feel that bad, but around the middle of the game, it gets absolutely awful. So, for those who find normal a bit lacking, it's your funeral, may Idios be with you. And now they have an easy mode for beginners. Honestly, it gives us something to talk about, doesn't it? Trails in the Sky save data found. Load data. Data must be saved after the last boss. Ooh, that's nice. So let's see, where's my clear data? I guess it's this. So yeah, I made it up to 42 pages of save files. Wonder how far this one's gonna push me. There is one downside to this. Last time I was using a very good spoiler-free guide. In fact, it was so spoiler-free that I often had to look up things for specifics, but I don't blame that on the guide writer now that I'm not upset at it. Unfortunately, they don't have the second game walkthrough, so I have to go with a much less spoiler-free version of this. Unfortunate. But oh well. So bright. That felt good. I haven't slept like that since... Huh? Oh, right. We stayed in the castle last night. Joshua and I were out enjoying the celebrations. Then we had some ice cream on the way home. Then we all went to the dinner party. And then... Yeah, Joshua drugged her. Game's doing a great job of selling me on the ship, definitely. No. This is Joshua's room. But I was staying in the same room as Shira. Was all that a dream? Huh? Joshua! Shira, don't make a joke. This isn't a joking matter. Good morning, sleepyhead. You took your time waking up. Shira! Warn me the next time you are going to come back for the evening. I was getting a bit worried. Although, it looks like to me like you and Joshua managed to talk quite a bit. Shira, where's Joshua? What? Where's... I'm looking for Joshua. Shira, have you seen him? This is important. I haven't seen him this morning, no. Weren't you tired yesterday and stayed over in his room? He wasn't there when you woke up? Who did you hear that from? From Cassius, but why does that... From Dad? Okay, where's Dad then? Well, last I saw he was headed up to the garden terrace, but now... The garden terrace. Okay, thanks, bye. Estelle, wait a minute. What on earth has gotten into her? Oh goddess, the love is reversed. Cassius got to be around here somewhere, right? Is he in the exact place Joshua attacked us? Yep. Well, I say attacked, it's not really fair to call it that, Estelle. Dad! We have a problem. I know. Joshua is gone. What? How'd you know about that? After getting back from the meeting last night, I found you asleep in one of our beds. He left a note on the nightstand as well. Between the two, I have a fairly good idea of what must have happened. Then, what the heck are you just standing around here for? We need to find Joshua fast before... Stop, Estelle. Huh? If he truly has gone to ground, even I have little hope of actually finding him. His skills are almost superhuman. When we fought 5 years ago, I was nearly killed by an 11-year-old. Okay, I only asked this once before, a long time ago, but... Who is Joshua exactly? Why did you bring him into our home? The Society of Ouroboros. Your answer begins there, with an organization few even know exists. They are an organization that seeks to manipulate the world from the shadows, led by a leader called the Grandmaster. Joshua was in their employ as an assassin when I first met him. I brought him home because it was his only chance to live free of them. Ouroboros? Even the Bracer Guild knows very little about them. Only the top bracers even learn of their existence. Given that the response of the public to the idea of Ouroboros' existence would be either panic or skepticism, we don't acknowledge them publicly. But they exist. There's no question of that. And they've had plans in motion for years. The recent coup is just one example of their machinations. Ooh, we never heard some music like this back in FC. This is cool. Wait, you mean Lieutenant Lawrence? He was... Yes, we have absolutely no doubt he was another senior agent from Society. Which would explain why Joshua was so antsy about him. Of course we doubt he was acting as a lone wolf. He must have had support to accomplish what he did. Do you know that it's Professor Alba, or do you just know there should have been someone? Because, yeah, he showed up right at the end to ruin everything. Support like Joshua, for example. Oh, I guess you think it's Joshua's doing then. Wait, what? What the heck do you mean? He stated as much in his note. Over the past 5 years, Joshua has been passing along guild secrets to Ouroboros. He claims he was under the influence of some sort of mental control and didn't even realize what he was doing himself. Okay, at least he's not trying to... At least he isn't taking full blame for it. That would have been kind of jerkish. No, he wouldn't. Ouroboros' cunning is matched only by their malevolence. Stay away from them, Estelle. They're far too dangerous. Okay, I don't get quite all of this, but I just want to make sure I'm hearing this right. You're saying we should abandon Joshua? Well... Dad, answer the question! I always knew this day would come. Even 5 years ago when I took him in, I knew we would someday reach this moment. He swore something to me. That first day he accepted he could be part of our home. What did he... The moment he became a burden or a threat to us. The moment the society contacted him or pursued him in any fashion, he would disappear from our lives. Like a shadow dispelled by the sun, he once told me. What? What's that supposed to... Estelle, I understand how you feel. He was part of our family. It isn't easy to just say goodbye all so suddenly. But there are some lines which a man can never bring himself to cross. Ever. So please try to understand what You knew! Huh? You knew Joshua might leave us someday and never said anything to me or did anything about it. You knew and you didn't... I'm sorry, Estelle. I hate you! Honestly, Joshua's as much to blame here. Cassius. Shira. I'm sorry I had to see that. No, it's... Why do I get the feeling you're biting back a lecture? I stumbled into your life from a disaster of my own. You saved me just as you did Joshua. I understand what both you and Joshua must be thinking. Indeed. If I may say a single comment though, from a woman's perspective? Of course. At this point, you and Joshua are essentially the most wretchedly miserable sons of dogs I have ever had the displeasure of knowing. Man, imagine picking up this game and not realizing it was a sequel and getting this far in. Oh, just no way. Joshua wouldn't run away. Oh, are you okay, miss? What are you doing out without an umbrella? You'll get soaked if you remain out in this mess. You should head on home. Home? Oh, yeah, you're right. I should head home. Joshua must have head home. He probably went right back home. Huh? Thanks, Mr. Guard. I'll head home right away. What was that all about? I swear I've seen her somewhere before. What's with the sudden blurring on the screen? Is it the idea that rain is landing on the camera? Wait, isn't that the girl who helped stop the coup? Little late on the draw there, buddy. Trails in the Sky, 2nd chapter. My Estelle, you shine like the sun. My time with you was the happiest and the most painful I've ever known. Just as the brightest light casts the darkest shadow. If you stayed with me, you'll find out just how disgusting my true nature is. Sometimes I think it would have been better if we'd never met. The thing is, it was your response that really sets it off. Anything you could have done before that isn't as bad as what you did to Estelle right then and there. Oh boy, and people actually ship this. This is gonna get volatile real quickly. I hurt Joshua? He wishes he'd never met me. He said that. No. Huh? Come on now, look at this clear abuse. Oh, you're an insensitive jerk. Look at this clear blue sky. Feel the gentle kiss of the wind on your cheek. A lovely girl like you ain't allowed to be sad on a gorgeous day like this. It did sadden ideas too, you know. Ah. Hey, wait a sec. I'm not dangerous. Oh, okay, maybe I came across this. Anyway, you just caught my eye the moment you came aboard. You see? You seemed a little broken up over something, so I thought, hey, I'll put a smile on her face with my overpowering charm. I don't get quite what you mean, but thanks, I guess? To be honest, this is what we usually call putting the moves on. So how about it? Want to head down to the lower observation deck? You can get drinks down there too. I'd be happy to treat a new friend. What do you say? I appreciate the offer, but I'm not really in the mood. I'm sorry, can you just... I think I see how it is. Alright then, time to knock it off with the commons and put on the work face, eh? Wait a minute, insensitive jerk? Question mark? After all, it's my job to guide lost lambs like you. Your job? Darn right, look at this. The previously insensitive jerk held forth a medallion with a chalice engraved in the center. Huh? Isn't that the seal of the Sepian Church? Bingo! This is the Grail emblem. Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Kevin Graham. Looks and moves aside. I really am a priest of the Sepian Church. Huh, wow. You guys were all generic NPCs in the last game. Didn't even get face portraits. I guess they really got improved. Wait, for real, or is this another joke? Why'd you have to doubt me still? I'm a serious devoted priest, you know! I never miss the trinary prayers. And I always have my testaments right at hand. I think I left them on my seat, sorry. Yeah, that really helped your case there. You really are kind of a weirdo, Father. Laughter, victory is mine. That's more like it. Cute girls like you deserve to smile. Anyway, if you want, I'll give you a near in my official priestly capacity. No pickup lines, I promise. Adios might be dead otherwise. Well, okay. But where do I even... Wait, hold on now. I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry anyway. It's my... Great goddess. Steady there, child. You've been keeping this bottle up for ages, haven't you? My shoulders is yours. Come on, cry it all out. I'm here. Kevin, right? I'm sorry, that was pathetic of me. Hey, no big, seriously. My shoulder's always got room for a girl to cry on. So how about it? Feel a bit better now? Yeah, a little. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a member of the Bracer Guild. Estelle, eh? Dang, even your name is cute. Hang on, you said Bracer Guild? Yeah, I'm a newly minted senior bracer. Might be hard to believe after seeing you break down like that, though. No, not at all. Now that you mention it, you do look kind of... Wait, you do kind of look loaded for bear. You a martial artist of some kind? I guess you could call me that. I focus on staff combat. So you said you're a priest, Kevin? I do appreciate the shoulder, but I must admit, you don't look much like any priest I know, or would trust usually. Oh, through the chest, madam. Well, I'll admit us wandering priests are sheep of a different colour. Wandering what now? Well, okay, you know how there's villages and farms and whatnot without churches, right? My order heads to such places at set times of year and offers church services and teaches Sunday school. Think of it as home delivery churchening, something like that. Huh, I never knew there were priests like that, but it does make a lot of sense. Unlike church-bound priests, there's a lot of us who are more carefree about the dress code. The church just kinda lets us do our thing, so... fair enough, I guess? So Kevin, I guess you're off to some village somewhere? Yeah, not immediately. Only just arrived in Libero like today. The High Seat dispatched me here since apparently there's not enough wandering priests around right now. No kidding, there weren't any in the last game. Oh, really? Okay then. The High Seat. They mentioned that in Sunday school, but I don't remember where. It's the holy city of Arteria in the middle of the continent. Anyway, I figured I'd do a bit of sightseeing before I went and reported my assignment to the Bishop of Provençal Cathedral. And, well, here I am. That just seems a little bit irresponsible to me. You really are kind of a half-breed priest, aren't you? Hey, it's cool. I'm checking out places I'll be wandering to in advance. To be fair, we did the exact same thing in the first game. Besides, I got to meet a troubled and lovely young woman. This is surely a blessing from Ideas, praise be to her name. Smooth recovery there. But really, thank you either way. Letting it all help to clear my head a little bit, I think. Seriously, I'm being a ninny. I should trust Joshua, he won't do anything stupid. Want to bet? Huh? Who? Joshua is my brother, sort of in a sense. He disappeared suddenly, which has been a bit of a shock. Disappeared, huh? You mean he ran away from home? No, he just went back home ahead of the rest of us. I mean, he's family, he wouldn't just run off on his own. I see. Really though, what was I thinking? Worst mistake ever, telling him how I felt, especially at that moment. Next time I see him, I'll have to make up some kind of excuse about that. Oh, brother. This is... They really did a slow burn romance between Estelle and Joshua. And now we're going to have this awkwardness the whole game as Estelle chases after him. Because he's not going to be there. It's not going to be that simple. I'm sure we'll get him back at some point, but it's not going to be a simple endeavor. Hey, Estelle? Huh? Well, like I was saying, I was just a tourist without a plan or a clue right now, so... How about I land with you and Roland and make sure you get home safely? What? I smell that fresh air. So this is Roland, huh? Gotta admit though, it feels a bit like a backwater farming village with an air trip doctor who dropped on it. They'll excuse the heck out of us for living out in the boonies. At least we're big enough to have our own church, Mr. Tully pretending to be a holy man. I'd better go pay my respects over there once we're done. This is Estelle. Which one of these fine boony shacks is yours? Setting the boony shacks bit aside, you really don't need to escort me home, you know? It's just outside of town, and crime fits aside, I really am a bracer. I can take care of myself. Nah, don't worry about it. It's the duty of us real manly men to make sure a lady gets home safely. Besides, I'm looking forward to meeting this boyfriend of yours. Boyfriend isn't the term I think I'd use, maybe. Fair enough, I guess I'll fix you some tea or something when we get there. I get free tea out of the deal! Victory again! Well, lead the way! Okay, I'm curious. What do we get to keep? For, do we get to keep anything from running with the New Game Plus? We still have our map. It has literally been a day. It's not like I really would expect anything out of it. Wow, we get absolutely nothing out of that. But she's level 39. And she does actually have stats that look pretty close to level 39 stuff, so... Huh. Anyway, I'm going to have to be using very liberal saves just to make sure I never miss anything. So, there's a thing I have to keep in mind. I'm also going to have to keep looking over to my laptop to the right. The capital bound Linde's arriving next. I need to keep things maintained so there's no accidents. For example, it says here that someone... Yeah, this guide is nowhere near as good as the previous one because it just says, talk to Phyllis for the herb sandwich. I get absolutely no context on that whatsoever. 90 points, 70, 84. Yeah, today's been sweet. Oh, chestnut hair and twin tails, brown eyes that are almost red like flame. Healthy proportions, but lacking a certain feminine charm. I have to give that one 82 points. Please explain to me in detail exactly how I'm 82 points. I want justification for the beatings. Well, oh, now I look, it's you, Estelle! Hey, been a while. You're the same as always, Alan. The first person we meet back, and it's the pervert, of course. I want to see the royal family's sale I've been hearing so much about. I doubt it'll I'll ever see it come out to Roland. You never know, maybe Chloe will bring it over. Actually, that's an interesting little thing that I picked up from comments. Apparently, the idea of Jill made this name for me using my real name, but I prefer the name Chloe. Apparently that was completely made up by the localization team. It doesn't really make sense if you think about it, like, that would mean that Jill also knew in advance. But also, apparently, it's never brought up ever again, so we might as well just get used to her being Chloe, I guess. Employees only, liberal or bullshit corporation. Airship arrivals and departures to Gransel and to Bose. Dangerous combustible objects prohibited! I mean, can you blame them? Think about how much petrol you need to fill up your car. And then how much it would take to fill up one of these airships, and about how they do not allow you to have any open flames. So no, I do not blame them at all. So honestly, this might be the point to wrap up my recording right now, but part of me is also thinking, well, I might need to talk to everyone to get recipes. Oh, actually, there's new achievements now, aren't there? Exterminate all wanted monsters. There's 30 wanted monsters. We have to kill penguins. I guess this is going to be our new Carnelia series? 22 pages though, that's ridiculous. Make it to the top of the class, find bacon, eggs, and golden toast. Follow Anton. Oh! So everyone in Nicobe's Let's Play said, You have to pay attention to Anton. He's the major NPC. And he had a bit of an underwhelming arc resulting in him giving us the last chapter of Carnelia. But no, actually it turns out that Anton has his own story going across all of this. Okay, there's another thing to keep an eye out for. Doombaker. Kill 10 enemies with food. That's right, food. Damn it, fishing became important again. We need to... 516 treasure chests. We had 163 treasure chests in the last game and I was feeling overwhelmed. We have to get 516! Read up on famous gamblers and win big at the casino. And then MasterChef. Plus 10 hidden achievements. We'll see what those bring about. But yeah. I might have to go back to my normal workload because these are... I have to go back to my normal work upload schedule because I do not think I can manage to crank out that many recordings in... I was already feeling slightly stressed and overworked. But at the same time, I'm super competitive. For now, I'm just going to upload this episode tomorrow. So until next time guys, take care. I'll see you all around.